Hello, everyone. It's Granny. How are you doing today? I am coming to you today to talk about this channel. I have not been going live on here and I have not really done a lot of content, mainly because I've been busy with my own 4-year-old granddaughter. However, she has started pre K. And I'm finding time now to get back to working on this channel. My main goal on this channel is to help other grandparents, stay at home parents, and caregivers with preparing their children for preschool, pre K, kindergarten, whatever that might be in your area. Now, with us, we're in the state of Georgia, in South Georgia, and our kids normally go to school pre K at 4 years old, and then they start kindergarten at 5 years old. However, they actually don't have to even attend school until first grade, which would normally be 6 years old. So, I have provided the daycare for my granddaughter since she was born. My daughter is a third grade math and science elementary that kids normally do when they're 2 or 3 instead of sending her to a daycare. And so I had to do a lot of researching and learning and trying to figure out what were some of the best ways to help her learn. So I have a lot of ideas and examples and things to share with you, hoping that you will be able to take them and make them your own and relate to your own children and be able to help them learn everything that they'll need to learn before they even start public school or private school. Or if you're going to homeschool them, you may still want to do some preschool learning with them. So, my channel, Fun with Granny Everything Preschool, is about Granny, of course, and Cuddles the cat. She is my little sidekick, and we will be covering topics in video format for numbers and counting, letters, letter sounds, um, some beginning vocabulary. We will also be reading some stories. We will do some arts and crafts type things. We will be learning our colors and our shapes. I will talk some about weather, also about the days of the week, the months of the year, things like that, different holidays that they may see when they're in school. Just fun things that will help you help your child. So, I'm not going to spend too much time today. This live stream is really just an introduction to the channel. Um, I have some subscribers, but not that many. And being that it is a channel set for made for kids, most of the videos will not have comments on them. But you can contact me by email, and I will put that email in the chat. And I'll go back and make sure it's in the description of this live as well. And so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can contact me by email. There we go. All right. Let's see what happened here. Hold on one second. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, welcome back. I didn't know if I was having a problem or you were having a problem, but I'm glad that you're back. Thank you so much. So, anyway, I do have a video that I just put out. I believe it either came out yesterday or today. And I did also put out a short video, so they'll be out there. There's other videos and short videos on the channel already, and there's another live stream that I did several months ago. I am going to try to do a live stream once a week, and probably will be on Monday afternoons. At least that looks like what the schedule will be right now. I'll try to put out a video on Sunday so that you will have it to use throughout the week. And I may be able to do more than one video a week, but I may not. And then there may be a video for kids to watch and a video for the parents to watch or the grandparents to watch. Just depends on what I'm able to get done. So, with my granddaughter, Anais Marie, we used play as a way to teach her things. And I let her lead the way as far as when she was involved in an activity, we would keep going. When she tired of it and wasn't really focusing or paying attention anymore, we would stop and we would take a break and then we would move on to something else. I'll talk about things like brain breaks. Brain breaks are when you just can put on some music, maybe, or, just really take your focus off of learning for a few minutes. Get up and move your body and just have some fun. And that way, it kind of breaks the learning up into smaller pieces that are easier for kids to learn. Now, I am not a teacher by any means. I am just a loving grandma who wanted to teach her granddaughter. And so, yes, my daughter is a licensed teacher, and some of the things I'll be bringing to you will be coming from her, but a lot of it will be coming from my own knowledge and research of things that I've learned in my 62 years of life. So I hope that it'll be easy and that the things that I bring to you will be things that you will be able to implement very easily and have a lot of fun and have fun with your children. Now, sometimes it's up to the parents, even if your child goes to a preschool, it still falls on the parent and the grandparent and sometimes a babysitter or nanny to actually follow up and do the homework with the kids. They don't have enough one on one time in the school day most of the time to actually learn a lot of the concepts and things that they need to learn. And even when they do start kindergarten, they are going to be learning a lot of new things, but they will still need your support and your encouragement. And so I hope that my channel will be able to provide some of that. Now, I will also bring you some other YouTube channels that do a really great job of making videos that I say are, Granny approved, that I would allow my granddaughter to watch. Also, some websites and different learning games as well. So a lot of the things that I've learned and have used personally with my granddaughter, I will bring that information to you. And I will always put in the description box of the video or the live stream if I am talking about any particular channel or program or game or anything like that, so that that information will be easy for you to find. Your comments and questions are always welcome. So schedule a time that you can sit down and watch my live streams, and then shoot me an email with your questions and concerns if you're not able to come to the live stream live when I do them. I'm going to shoot for 1 o'clock on Monday afternoons because I feel like most of you will either have kids going down for naps about that time after lunch, or maybe it'll be a free period, a free time for them to play a little bit independently, and you can watch the live stream. Now, I don't plan on making the live streams longer than about 20 to 30 minutes. I do want it to be something that people can jump on quick, get information, and go on about their day, and that people will be able to watch them on the replay. So, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, feel free to contact me by email, and I will make sure my email appears in the videos and live streams. So I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I do want to give you one little nugget of advice before we get started on this journey. Kids learn by playing. Kids learn by having fun. Kids learn by mimicking what you do. Kids learn by getting their hands on the projects and into things. So take advantage of that natural desire they have to be involved. My granddaughter at age 3 was standing on her step stool at the stove helping me cook. Now, yes, did we have to learn about the hot stove? Yes. But once she learned that, it made her so happy to be able to help and cook breakfast with me. And even now, at a little over 4 years old, every time she spends the night with me, she just assumes we will be cooking breakfast together. And it is a lot of fun. But kids learn by doing. That's the piece of advice. No child wants to sit still and be told everything. You need to let them move around, and you need to let them do things in order to learn. Now, my granddaughter is very active, very, very active. And that's one of the fun things that we always incorporate into our learning, are singing songs, learning little finger plays, like mommy finger, where are you? Those kind of things. And a lot of those I do watch and let her watch on YouTube for Kids. So if you're not familiar with the YouTube for Kids, check that out. It may become your best friend. Now, I don't advocate for sitting the child down in front of the TV or computer or tablet as a form of babysitting. It is a form of learning, and it is a form of entertainment. And it's all about balance. We can't let them be on a screen all the time. nor do we want them reading a book all the time or running and playing outside all the time. We want them to do all of those things and have all of the balance in their life. So, lead by example, number one. Number two, let them get involved. Let them get their hands into whatever it is you're doing, whether it's laundry, cleaning, anything that you're doing. Let them be there with you and let it be a teaching moment. Okay? I see someone else has joined us. Hello and welcome. My name is Granny. This is Fun with Granny Everything Preschool, and it is a channel that has two purposes. One, to have videos for kids to watch and help them learn, and two, to have videos and live streams to help parents, grandparents, and caregivers learn how to help their kids learn. I've successfully raised my daughter, who is now a third grade math and science elementary school teacher. And I've helped raise my 4-year-old granddaughter, who just started at the pre-K stage here in South Georgia this year. And all of the things that they're requiring her to do for homework and skills that they wanted her to have coming into the pre-K, my granddaughter had those skills pretty well mastered. And so it is a lot of time involved with the child, and also giving them the opportunities to learn and to play and to enjoy being read to. We have a whole book rack, and my granddaughter, when she comes to me, it's usually with a stack of books, and she will sit and I can read to her for quite a while. Now, did it start out that way? No. I would read when she was an infant in her little infant carrier, and I would just read and show her pictures. And as the years have gone by, I've continued to read to her, and her mom reads to her, and so do her other grandparents. And so books are a fun thing for her. She likes receiving books. She likes going to the library and getting books, and she likes reading the books as well. And it's funny when she'll tell me the story. Now, does she read it word for word? No. Is she really reading? No. Is she imitating what I've said and done? Yes. But it's so cute to watch her realizing that you turn the page and that each page has words on it and each page means something. So it's all been a lot of fun, and I have learned so much that I didn't do with my daughter when she was little because I didn't know. Now that I'm older and I've lived longer and I've raised one child, now I know the things that are important and the things that I wanted to help my granddaughter with. I will talk a little bit about potty training from time to time, because that is something that they require here before they can go to pre-K. They have to be completely potty trained. They're not going to be changing diapers there. So, and they don't want to be having accidents and the kids being embarrassed or anything like that. So they do ask you to bring changes of clothes in case they get dirty or wet or whatever through playing or going outside or spilling something on themselves or something like that, or in case an accident does happen. But potty training is very important. And a lot of people think, oh, you're behind if your kid's not potty trained by a certain age. You can't potty train a child until they're ready to be potty trained. So we started very early with my granddaughter, and she showed some signs that she was ready, and then she stopped. And it was pretty much like, no, I don't want to do it. And it wasn't until she was actually ready and ready not to wear the pull-up anymore and not to have the poo-poo in her pants before we really got her potty trained. But once we did that, and once she was ready and cooperating, potty training went very quickly. So I can help you with that. I know the struggle that it is for real. So we can talk about that. We can also talk about um, teaching them, please and thank you, and how to share and how to take turns. Now, if you are there with the child by yourself most of the day, like I was, they're not going to learn how to play with other kids. So we went to our local library for story time. There were other kids there that she got to interact with and play with. We also would go to local parks where she would get to play with other kids. And of course, I would take her with me on my errands to the grocery store, the post office, the doctor's office. Anything that I had to do, she had to come with me. And so that way they do learn a lot of that social interaction. However, I did enforce, saying please and thank you to me when she wanted things. And also, when we started playing games, it was, Granny's turn and then Anaisa's turn. And this person goes and then that person goes. And it's fair and you take turns and all of that. Now, is she a good loser? No, I don't think anybody is a good loser. I know I'm not a good loser. I'm very competitive. And when we play a game, I want to win too. But they have to learn that sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and you always have fun. It's about having fun. So it doesn't really matter who wins and who loses, but who had the most fun. So she is into doing jigsaw puzzles now, or puzzles. I have a lot of wooden puzzles. I actually have all kinds of different puzzles. And at first, I wanted to show her, oh, you have to do the edges first, and then you do the middle and all this. And that wasn't how she wanted to do it, of course. And so over time, she's realized that, oh, it's so much easier if you get the edges first. So now she'll say to me, Granny, separate the edge pieces and we'll do the edges first and then we'll fill in the middle. So little things like that, you pick up on how the child wants to learn and how they want to participate in the activities. It's not always your way is the right way or the best way. Sometimes you're going to learn from the child, just like we learn from other parents and other grandparents. Kids can learn from us and from other kids as well. So I hope this has been a little bit informative and a little bit of an introduction. I do appreciate anybody who watches. Um, like I said, you can leave comments. I think on the live streams, you should be able to leave a comment. I'll try not to put it made for kids. But like I said, I put the email. I'll put the email in the description box. And that way you can always email me with questions, comments, and concerns. Okay? So I hope you'll enjoy Fun with Granny. I hope that you'll learn something that will help you with your own children and their learning journey. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We are right at 25 minutes. And I hope you have a wonderful week. I will try to be back next Monday at 1 p.m. with another live stream. And hopefully a couple more videos will be out by then. So have a great week. Remember, kids learn by playing. So let them play. Let them. Okay. Bye now.